Hello everyone, and welcome to this video, Some Frontier video. My name is Jay Wakefield, and today we're back with the Dell Inspiron 6000. Now in my last video, you will know that I actually did quite a few things with it. I upgraded the processor from the 1.4 GHz Celeron that it came with to a 1.6 GHz Pentium M. I upgraded the RAM from 512 megabytes to 2 gigabytes, and I have upgraded the hard disk from a 40 to a 60 gig. Now I plan to install Windows XP Media Center Edition 2005 on it. It's my old OEM copy. Now, I've downloaded the drivers that I need for this system, so without further ado, let's power on. I don't even know at this point if the optical drive even works, so yeah. With me still is Billy Core and Luke Miller. Yep. Billy's probably doing something on his Inspiron 6000.
No, I was actually having fun on Facebook. I don't have the 6000 up right now. Instead I got the satellite 2505 CDS because, I don't know, I feel like it was seasick, I guess.
Yep. Billy feels like getting seasick. Right. The optical drive for this system is on the other side. I should really stop using that power adapter. This machine does not like it at all. BIOS is just kind of completely locked up. Yeah, does not like the foreign power adapter. Let me just change. Okay, so I've switched to my high wattage adapter. And, well, first off, this is actually showing a battery LED, and Intel Centrino mobile technology. I built that. Built my own Centrino. Oh, probably be an idea if I actually inserted the DVD drive. Let's hope this works. There we go. So this is now scanning. This is now actually working on. This is actually working on booting Windows XP Media Center Edition setup. Now I got this hard disk on eBay, so I don't know if it's been blanked. I don't know if there's any pre-existing partitions on it, but we'll find out. It is my intention just to delete the partition. No mess, no nonsense, no kind of nosing around at what's on the machine. Just literally delete it, because what I want to do right now is just install Windows XP Media Center. But then again, the hard disk is not bootable. We found that out. Because my stupid forgetting to kind of put the disk tray in. Whoops. Okay, so now it's starting Windows. Setup is starting Windows. And Media Center does show up as XP Professional. Right, unpartitioned space 57232. I'm going to press enter, and we're going to format using the NTFS file system. The battery indicator has went off. But now is a good time for a cup of tea. So I'll be right back once we get to the graphical part of setup. Okay, so now we're in the GUI portion of setup, the GUI portion. So I'm going to set the everything to the United Kingdom layout. Alright. Is it a UK keyboard? Yes it is. Yes, and I know I have the odd-shaped enter key, but it's perfectly natural in my part. It's an UC keyboard. People like Matthew H16 try to make me feel self-conscious about my enter key. Hey, Mr. J, that enter key is really odd-shaped. That's really weird shape, Mr. J. Right, okay. No offense there, Matthew. Only kidding on. Right, time to type in my name. J-A-Y. And my company name. Do you know what? I actually think it would be more appropriate at this point to write something else. J Wakefield Computers has been defunct for about 18 months. I do actually volunteer for these guys. Right, time to put my product key in. I'll be right back once I've done it. Okay. I think I'm on a bit of a high, but I've taken my meds. I hate when I get on a high because I end up crashing, you know? I don't like the crashing. But back to the task in hand. Product key has been entered. Just need to type in the computer name. Inspiron 6000. I'm going to put my admin password in, so again, I'll be right back. Okay, so the time has been set. Greenwich Mean Time. Time zone also. So now we're away to install the network. And by the way, if you're wondering, meds, I'm on antidepressant meds, not anything, yeah. But a lot of people knew that already. Blue!
It's blue.
I like blue. Trouble is the backlighting is not even around these LEDs, so it should look fantastic, but somehow doesn't. But still, you know, it's kind of nice. Especially now that I've dropped a Pentium in here. Right, the network current has been detected, so I want typical settings, work group. Right, Now, this is going to be slightly different to any other version of Windows XP because what you have, this is the basic Windows Media Center Edition 2005 installer disc is well, Windows Media Center Edition 2005 comes on a 2-disc installer set. So what will happen is it'll ask for the second disc and it'll ask for the first disc. But I was actually what happened is because it will ask for each disc in a very cryptic way, I was actually had by it. You know, the first time I was very close to meltdown, in fact, and it was like, why is this not working? And I ended up just kind of copying out and letting it just try and install the bits that it could, and ended up with a really silly cut down version of Media Center. See what happens here. Please insert the compact disc labeled Windows XP Professional CD2 into your CD drive. Well, there is no Windows XP Professional CD2. It's Windows Media Center Edition CD2. As far as I know, XP Pro comes on one CD. So, this is now away copying the files, and once it's done, it's actually going to be asking for the Windows XP Professional Installation Disk. What does that even mean? And what it actually means is disk 1. See, I was trying to use this disk here, which is actually, well, this isn't part of the Windows XP Media Center install set. This is actually just an update CD, version 2005. You know, this was issued. It's got update rollup 2, and we are going to install that. I will show you that. No, please excuse me, once XP MCE has installed. And we're also going to install some drivers, WorkSuite 2006 and Microsoft Office 2003. And then this is going to be an awesome laptop as well. And what's going to happen is stuff. I'd like to get the ATI graphics card upgrade. Now, I've priced those up, and the UK one is extremely expensive. Would actually be cheaper for me to get one from the States, but I'm going to properly do some pricing up and what have you. And, you know, we'll just kind of see where it goes. In the States, the unit costs £8, which isn't a lot. The UK, it costs $29.99. That's quite a lot of money to be spending on a machine that's, you know, in one big go. But, you know, I'll see what I can find. Because the Intel 915 with 8 megs of video memory. Yeah. This screen's awful hot, though. Yeah, probably is. But the machine itself doesn't seem to be overheating. There's no offensive amount of heat coming out of the back. Processor, I believe, is just kind of holding steady. Completing installation. The screen will need a clean. I will sort that out as well. I believe that there is a dead pixel here. But again, not too much of a biggie. Please insert the compact disc labelled Windows XP Professional Service Pack 2 CD into your CD-ROM drive. You see, with this set of discs that I have, that means absolutely nothing at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this install in the way that it normally would. And then I'll be right back once it has installed. And away it goes. Okay, so Windows XP has now been installed. So what's the way to happen now is it's a way to display at a completely inappropriate resolution. To improve the appearance of visual elements, Windows will automatically adjust your screen resolution. Welcome to Microsoft Windows. Help protect my PC by turning on automatic update now. Who will use this computer? I will. Thank you. And there you have it. Windows is installed. However, it's still going to need quite a bit of work done before it's ready for use. I mean, drivers need to be installed, that sort of thing. But there you have it. Windows XP Media Center Edition is installed. Oh, excuse me. Let's have a look at the battery. I'm going to switch to Classic View on Control Panel. I still use Classic View even in Windows 8.1. Show details. Believe it or not, this battery is charging. It says it's got 14% and I've just unplugged it. It's still running.
I bet you anything it's because that Chinese adapter was only 60.
I know. This was sold to me as a non-working battery. Well, that's something I don't have to spend money on.
You had the wrong adapter.
Yep. No wonder this machine was upset.
Use a 90 watt and you're good.
Yep. Advanced. Always show the icon on the taskbar. There you have it. Sometimes using the original power adapter, using an original OEM power adapter can actually work wonders. So now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to install the Windows Media Center Edition updates for version 2005. Do not lend or make illegal copies of this software. What? It's update.
Yeah.
Were you? See, that's a Butthart ambulance.
Yeah, you can tell by how, like, hesitant the siren is.
Yeah. Microsoft needs a Butthart ambulance. Do not make illegal copies of this update CD. Were you? Were you? The Butthart ambulance, a creation, something of my own creation. What's this? .NET Framework 1.1 and .NET Framework 1.1 Service Pack 1 must be installed before you can continue with the update to Windows XP Media Center Edition 2005. Please go to Windows Update to install the required software and then try again. You bed. In the words of Colt. So what we need to do is we can get .NET Framework. Actually, I don't know. Well, best install .NET Framework 1.1. And I'll tell you exactly where we can get that. Windows XP Media Center Edition, CD1. Let's just throw that in the CD drive. I cannot believe this battery's charging. That is funny. I did say I'd laugh. So I guess I've got to laugh. Right, so what we can do is install optional Windows components. No. That's not what I want to do. That's the wrong action. Perform additional tasks. There we go. Install .NET Framework. This will bring back memories. I love how this screen's not changed at all. You even still see it, I believe, in .NET Framework 4. I accept the terms of this license agreement. And now this is going to install .NET Framework 1.1 and .NET Framework 1.1 Service Pack 1. So this could take some time. So I'll be right back once it's installed. Okay, so what I've done now is installed .NET Framework 1.1 and .NET Framework 1.1 Service Pack 1. So now this update disk should fire with no problems. And this is quite an interesting updating process, as you will see, because what it attempts to do is emulate the interface of Windows XP Media Center. So once it's all kind of loaded, okay, the update to Media Center will affect any TV recording that is currently in progress or scheduled to start during the installation within the next 30 minutes. If you don't stop, cancel or reschedule your recordings, they might not be successful. Do you want to continue with the installation? Yes, I do. So as you can see here, it kind of looks like Media Center, except the buttons are actually a kind of more, they have more of an inflated look. So you can click next, and I want to click I accept, click next. Now it's going to create a restore point and actually install the updates. Now a wee word about Windows XP Media Center Edition, you know, in the interface. Now, a lot of you'll know that I'm not too keen on using the Windows Start screen for Windows 8. And that would be right, you know, on a desktop, I'm really not. But Windows Media Center Edition, I mean, despite what you might think, and despite what I thought when I first saw it, the new interface is not thrust upon you. In fact, you don't ever get to see it, really, until you start Media Center. You know, you can... Windows XP MCE can be just used as a regular desktop operating system. In fact, apart from the Royale theme, it just feels like a regular version of Windows XP. Seriously. You know, and to be honest, the MCE interface has a purpose. The idea is that you hook a Windows Media Center machine up to your television, and you operate Media Center through that. You know, so obviously larger text, big icons, that sort of thing. You know, for when you're sat on your sofa and you've got your fast media remote, you kind of clicking away. Whereas Windows 8 for the desktop, they were just kind of trying to impose a tablet-style user interface on everyone. And obviously it didn't take. Because a cottage industry popped up around start menu replacement programs. And Windows 10 is bringing back the start menu. You know, for desktop machines. But yeah, I mean, I just kind of wanted to clear that up because, you know, some people might think, hey, Jay, why do you like Windows Media Center so much, but you don't like Windows 8? Something else as well. Windows Media Center would be the perfect companion for Windows 8. So why did they not update it? Why is it a paid for extra? I just don't even know. You know,
They tried to make it a cash cow.
Yeah, and guess what? I bloody fell for it.
Because nobody bought it.
Yeah.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, only enthusiasts who actually used it extensively bought it, and that was like, I don't know, 20% of the people who bought Windows 8.
Exactly. See, the thing is, I mean, I like Media Center for what it's worth. You know, but Media Center is literally that, a media center. Once you want to do any work, once you want to go into Word and start writing stuff, once you want to browse the web, it's back to business. It's just Windows XP. This is it. I mean, you stuck the Luna theme back on. You may as well never have known that you were even using Windows Media Center Edition. That's what I like about it. It's completely unimposing. But, you know, the minute you pick up that remote control, hit the green start button, it fires up. You've got access to everything, and it is really useful to have, you know, I mean, I've got to be honest, you know, if you're a student, you know, in a box room, as a lot of students are, let's be honest, you don't have room for a television, but you want to still be able to access TV and, you know, PVR, time-shifting features, recording programs. A Media Center PC is the ticket to do that. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, if you can, it's better to have a TV to do your TV on, a hi-fi to do your hi-fi on, but, you know, Media Center is pretty good. And I know, the XBMC army are going to come commenting on this video going, why don't you install XBMC? Seriously. They do, don't they? It's like, hey, you should install XBMC. It's complicated. Half of the hardware that you use doesn't even work with it. And everyone said that Media Center only had a limited range of hardware that it would work with. Hopefully this laptop is one of the ones that does, because you could get these preloaded with the Windows XP Media Center Edition. And there you have it. That's that's the Rollup 2 update installed, along with a couple of others. Now to install the drivers. And I think what I'll do is I'll do this in my own time, and I'll be back once they have been installed, because y'all don't need to see me install drivers, right? You do? Oh, well, to be honest, I'm not going to. Well, I'm going to, but I'm just going to do it off camera, because, yeah.
That's the boring part.
That's the boring part for most people. What you want to see is, hey, look at this laptop, it's actually got a proper aspect ratio. This is magic. So, there we have it. I will see you all once the drivers are installed. Well, folks, all the drivers are installed, Windows is activated, and I'm connected up to the internet, which is, everyone with XP is like, no, don't do that! So, let's have a look in the device manager, see if there's any things that need installed. Oh. What? Why'd you do that? Apparently, the Ethernet controller in this has not actually been installed. No, that is odd. Maybe I got the wrong driver or something. I thought it had been, because Firewire adapter usually registers as an Ethernet controller. And the video adapter, all I need to do, I think, is just scan it and it'll register. Yep, there we go. Intel. Yep, there we go. I knew that would happen. And now it wants to restart the PC. Thanks. I think I need to kind of look for an Ethernet driver though, for a real Ethernet driver. Firewire adapters always kind of register as Ethernet adapters because you can network up using Firewire. So that can be confusing. Now this machine is, it's coming along really quite nicely. There we go. So now what I want to do is install Windows XP Service Pack 3 and Internet Explorer 8. Now I'm actually really quite hungry. I only had like a couple of Scotch pies. I've not eaten really today at all, or yesterday. It's not good. So I'll stick my password in and I'll come back and install Service Pack 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. 3. I'm not really into the unofficial service packs.
For XP wants the fun.
Yeah. This machine, I'm basically just kind of setting it up as a time capsule. It's basically as an XP machine. I'm not trying to use it to replace anything. I'm not trying to use it to, do much kind of real world stuff. If any, I know Bill uses his to upload YouTube videos, which is absolutely fine. But, for this, I just kind of like it as an XP machine. And with the ATI graphics upgrade, I can make it so that, it'll play games that won't necessarily play on newer systems.
Yeah.
Windows XP Service Pack 3. Microsoft Update is installed, but neither Windows Update nor Microsoft Update will really work too well until I have Internet Explorer 8 installed.
Yep.
Do I wonder if I can still play Internet Hearts? Does it still fire?
It's still on the networks.
Let's see if anyone's still online.
Will be like 3 people.
Found 1 player, found 2 players, yep, there's folks still online.
Wow. That surprises me big time.
I know. Maybe I just want to play Klondike. Oh, I like the cards. The kind of pixelated design on here. That is fantastic. Kind of blue squares. Love them. So, well, I think that's really all I can show you in this video. I guess what I could do is come back once everything's installed, so I guess I will do that. Just install all the applications I plan to use and just kind of show you it all then. Okay, so my camera light's on. That was a wee bit unexpected. So, as you can see, my Dell Inspiron has been installed. Windows Update still needs to be applied. I'm running on Windows Media Center Edition 2005. I've 9-ited on here Opera Chromium. The latest version still works with XP. AVG 2015. Still need CD burning and DVD playback software on here. But I'm installing WorkSuite 2006. Now, I installed Office 2003 beforehand. So now, when I started installing WorkSuite, I elected for the Express Full installation. Basically, what that will do is install every WorkSuite component with them in complete form, so you don't need the DVD for anything. I have the DVD for WorkSuite 2006, the American version, and installing Microsoft Works. Basically, what it will do, it will detect that Microsoft Word is already installed, so it won't attempt to install it, as older versions of WorkSuite would have done. What it will do instead is just go ahead and install the WorkSuite add-on for Microsoft Word. This will take some time to install, so it's time for a cup of tea. Okay, so here we are. It's currently the morning of Thursday, November the 13th, 2014, at just coming up to 5 o'clock, or if you're on the eastern seaboard, it's going to be 12 midnight.
Yeah.
But I have successfully made this into, near as damn it, a 2006 time capsule. Okay, I would not have been using the latest version of Opera Chromium in 2006, nor would I have even been using Foxit Reader, because I didn't even know what that was until 2012, when I saw it on Penumbra's Think Center.
Better than me, I didn't know what it was until this year.
Right enough. Foxit Reader has been around though since 2004, and it's a lightweight PDF reader. For those who don't like Adobe Acrobat,
I use exclusively now.
I do use Adobe Acrobat Reader because certain Aberdeen City Council forms are the sort you can fill in the forms on PDF and save it.
Yeah, I use on my newer machines and Foxit Reader on older XP machines like that.
Yep. That's, pretty much same here. Now, let's have a look at some of this stuff. Now, this has really been a bit of a nostalgia trip for me, actually putting this system together, as Billy and Luke will attest to, because I've been posting pictures on Facebook going, wow, who remembers this? I couldn't get Adobe Photoshop CS2 running, activated, that sort of stuff. But here's something that I don't think I've shown on my channel before. Corel Draw 12. And this isn't just here for eye candy. I did actually use this in school back in 2005-2006. Because I was doing a module in computer science, computer graphics. And part of the rubric for the coursework for that module is we had to actually produce examples of vector and bitmap images that we'd either made or doctored. And to do that, we actually had to use Corel Draw and Photoshop. Those were the best two applications to use. So, I actually did use Corel Draw. Did have examples, and this was the first time I'd seen a properly nice green actually reproduced on a computer. It wasn't lime green, it was actually green as you would, in the most basic sense, kind of grass green. Computers always seem to get green, kind of grass green and orange, completely messed up on their colour palettes. Obviously you could see them with the right colour profile, but you know what I mean, obviously you could see them, in photographs on 16-bit colour or 32-bit colour, but at the same time it was a bit also difficult. You never really saw these colours and colour palettes. Here's Office 2003. There we go, Microsoft Word on a 1280 by 800 monitor. Who remembers these toolbars? We used to have these back in the day.
I I know. In fact, Office 2003 is my favorite version of Office of all time.
Yeah, Office 2003 was the last version to kind of look like Microsoft Office.
Yeah.
I mean, I have found the ribbons quite useful, but in teaching, I find them awful. Seriously. And I can use the ribbons effectively, but, you know, when things keep moving, you know, when title bars keep changing, buttons keep disappearing, it's really difficult because my students are like, where's it went? I actually teach at Aberdeen Action on Disability on a voluntary basis. I'm hoping someday it'll kind of develop into some sort of a job. Now, here's Work Suite 2006. And sadly, this is not something that I would have had back in the day. But here's something that I did have in 2006. Encarta 2006. Oh yeah. So while we're doing this, here's something that I got towards the end of 2006 when I was starting my computer science degree. Visual Studio 2005. Oh yeah. This was...
I don't use any kind of Visual Studio, but then again, I'm not into programming, so...
Let me tell you a wee bit about Visual Studio. Once upon a time in 2008, which is a very long time ago, if you're... yeah, actually not really, but you know what I mean. 2008, one of my fellow students approached me. This was when I was still at Hull University. And he said, Jay, you know, because you're visually impaired, you don't use Studio, do you? You don't use Visual Studio, do you? You use Studio.
Such a bad joke. Yeah. That's like, semantics are funny, you guys.
Yeah. And this is a guy who runs a Mac Mini. Yeah. He was very much into his Apple Macs. Was this guy. Oh no, one of those. Hey, I used to have a Mac. Yeah, back in the early days. Back in the Blue Planet 64 days, right enough.
Just as long as you don't make it your life.
Oh, a Mac is a lifestyle choice, almost definitely.
It's how it's been the past couple of years.
Do you not like upgrades? Get a Mac. Now, the thing about Macs is, I do enjoy the operating system. That's a good thing about Macs. I just don't like how the hardware is kind of closed box derp.
Yeah, I agree.
And it was around the time this laptop was made that Apple Macs were going from G5s to Intel.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was a good thing that they did do that. And now let's have a...
Universal.
And now let's have a look at something that I definitely remember from 2006. Long loading times. I remember those. Actually, it's not too bad. So here we go. Nero Smart Start. Who remembers this?
Sadly, I don't.
No, you used Roxio, but those among us who use Nero, I use both actually. I would go from one to the other. This machine, as yet, does not have a DVD burner, which in 2006, even my laptop had a DVD burner, but it was a terrible laptop, so we'll kind of just forget about that for the time being. But, yep, this is a Samsung DVD-ROM CDRW drive. TSST Corp. And half my network drives have went missing. Thanks, Obama. You can make data CDs. or you can make audio and data CDs. You can make audio discs, video CDs, or if I had a DVD burner, I could actually make an honest to goodness DVD film. And talking of multimedia, let's have a look at this wee specimen. I have been testing this laptop extensively as I've been setting it up. I've been having a blast. Let's try that again, actually, because I was on the start menu. So let's go for a smooth loading of it. It does take a while to load up Media Center on this machine. Love it. Love it. That's the sound that takes me back.
Right, yeah, that reminds me of my 6000.
Reminds me of my 2004 and 2006 custom belts.
You know, oddly enough, XP Media Center, my Inspiron 6000's the only computer I've ever run it on.
I became hooked on Windows Media Center in 2005, and still am.
Good.
I actually do still use Media Center to this day. I bought Windows Media Center for Windows 8.1 Pro, and I have it on both my laptop and my desktop. I use it. It's a brilliant, it's one of the best ways to record TV on a PC. Yeah. Although hopefully not the BBC. I don't really want to be the BBC, the propaganda network. You know, only thing I'd want on the BBC is to watch Top Gear. So, what we can do, let's see if we can play some videos. Let's see if I can add some folders. I'm just going to go into videos. And let's see if we can, I think we can play the VSF ident. I'm not sure how well it's going to play over the network. Look how copyright conscious I have to be. I have to play my own ident. I believe that's a 1080p clip as well. So I'm playing it really, really well. Surely not. Surely that's in standard def. That's just played it. That's one of the best video buffering. That is one of the best network video experiences I've had. Seriously. And then you get this nice wee menu, which I didn't really like because it's finished. Do I want to restart, delete, or done? No, I don't want to be deleting videos. Why give me the option to delete a video after I'm done watching it? That's Media Center kind of acting more like a PVR than, you know, a video player. And we've lost Billy. And I can use this, I can create a CD or DVD of that if I wanted to using Nero's Windows Media Center extension thingy. And you know what? I actually did do that. I actually did use Media Center. Insert media. Please insert media that is writable. Writable media that is compatible with your CD or DVD recorder, and then hit retry. Well, we're not going to go through that. So this has, you know, putting this machine together has actually been, you know, quite a memory-invoking experience, really. And it has kind of brought back a lot of memories of my final year at school and going to university in 2006. But with that said, I think this is a good place to kind of close this video. I hope you've all enjoyed it. If you have, please feel free to subscribe. Oh, look, more updates. Oh, joy. And this came out in 2006 as well. The Windows update as you shut down. I remember that coming out. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Facebook and read my blog. The URLs for all of those things will follow. Thank you for watching, and please join me for my next video.